Welcome to this UCD Access and Lifelong Learning mini masterclass on accessible PowerPoint. Okay, so what makes an accessible PowerPoint presentation? Well, first of all, think about the purpose. Think about your audience. Why are you using this presentation? So usually you're using it in a class or in a lecture. And while these slides would never be a substitution for somebody attending class or attending a lecture, they should be a support to students, and therefore we recommend that they're provided in advance to all students through the virtual learning environment. So first of all, thinking about the structure of your presentation. So starting off with an overview or learning outcomes or an outline so that students have a good introduction as to what's going to be covered, what are the key areas that will be covered in this class. So we'd also recommend that you use the notes function within slides as well. So that allows you to put your topics in there that you're going to cover or what you're going to discuss over each slide. It's also a really useful support for students as well. So in terms of your font, you want to use a sans serif font. So this one is Calibri. A good clear colour contrast and a minimum of a size 24 for your slides as well. So again, making sure that the person who's standing right at the back of the class or the lecture theatre can actually see what's on the slide very clearly. And while 24 is the minimum, we'd recommend you try to use something a bit bigger if possible and make sure that your slides aren't too cluttered. In terms of the design of your slide, so obviously this is just a plain slide. There's lots of different options within PowerPoint, but you need to make sure that you don't have any text over images and that the colour contrast is good. So try to avoid oranges and reds, and make sure that if you're using blues that you don't have any yellow fonts, things like that. So make sure that it is as clear as possible. So it's a good idea obviously to provide some images or some videos within your class as well. Where you are providing images, you want to make sure that you have alternative text for those. So again, just as in other documents, we're right clicking and click Edit Alt Text. So here PowerPoint has automatically generated a description of this image. You may want to adjust that, add to it, make sure that whatever the key message you're trying to get across with this image, that's clear in the alt text. And again, you could add that to your notes as well. Just to flag, we're missing our slide title here, so we may need to adjust the style of this slide a little to make sure it's accurate. So thinking a bit about that alternative text. So if we used a screenshot like this or a screen grab of a chart or a table, it's obviously going to be really important that we describe that in detail. So again, somebody who's visually impaired or blind and they're using screen reading software, they're going to rely on that alternative text to actually get the description of what's going on here. So you'll need to tell them, we'll say in the first graph, this is a pie chart, what are the responses, what are the percentages that you can see, and you'll need to describe that. And no harm as well to put that in the notes or to put it in your text. And on this slide style, we have an option for a title, which is great. So we're going to put that in there as well. Just as a reminder, within PowerPoint, as in with the other Microsoft products, you can check for your accessibility issues. So we're in info and then check for issues and check accessibility, and it's going to flag our missing alternative text or missing slide titles, ask us to check our reading order, etc. And obviously, as I said before, it's giving you some rationale here on why to fix this issue and then the steps you need to take to actually fix that issue. Thanks for watching this UCD Access and Lifelong Learning mini masterclass. Watch out for further videos in this series or check our website www.ucd.ie/all.